Hello and welcome to IT Auditing with SK, your go-to resource for mastering IT auditing. In today's session, we'll be diving into conflict management, breaking it down step by step to help you strengthen your auditing skills, particularly your communication and conflict handling or management skills. Let's get started. Now, conflicts during an IT audit can arise for several reasons, typically due to differing perspectives, organizational pressures, or just plain old miscommunication. Let's take a look at some of these common reasons. These include lack of communication or transparency, perceived intrusiveness, where, for example, IT staff may feel their competence is being questioned, disagreement over findings, where you have differing views on the identified risks or issues, unfamiliarity with the audit process, which can result in resistance from those unclear on audit procedures. You can have conflict due to resource constraints, where audits or audit procedures add an additional workload which can strain IT teams, fear of negative outcomes, which can cause concerns over job security or reputational damage to the organization. Management pressure, again, unrealistic expectations from upper management, differences in risk tolerance, misalignment on priorities, and just conflicting personalities where personality clashes can exacerbate tensions. So, in what ways can you manage conflict, especially when it arises due to the 10 reasons that we looked at before? One of the things you need to do is to stay calm and objective, maintain a professional demeanor, and avoid getting defensive or emotional. Approach the disagreement with an open mind and focus on finding a resolution based on facts and on evidence. And it sounds simple when we talk about it, but it might be quite difficult when you're in the heat of the moment. Number two, you need to listen actively. Give the client an opportunity to express their concerns fully. Listen attentively to understand their perspective and the reasons behind their disagreement. Also, it's good for you to paraphrase their points to ensure clarity and demonstrate that you are actively listening. Number three, you need to clarify misunderstandings. Sometimes disagreements arise due to misunderstandings or miscommunications. So do take the time to clarify any points of confusion and ensure that both parties have mutual understanding of the issue at hand. Number four, present the evidence. It's important that you back up your findings and recommendation with clear, tangible evidence. Provide documentation, reports, or any other relevant data that supports your conclusion. And this can help validate your position and build credibility with the client. Number five, you need to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on the disagreement itself. Shift the focus towards finding practical solutions. Collaborate with the client to explore alternative approaches or compromises that can address their concerns while still upholding the integrity of the audit process. Let's take a look at five more ways to manage conflict. Number six, you need to seek common ground. So look for areas of agreement or common goals that can serve as a foundation for resolving the disagreement. Finding common ground can help foster a sense of collaboration and facilitate reaching a mutual or a mutually acceptable resolution. Involve higher authorities if necessary. If the disagreement persists and cannot be resolved directly with the client, then escalate the issue to higher authorities within your organization or the client's organization. Ensure that all parties involved are aware of the escalation process and any relevant protocols for dispute resolution. I'll even add that sometimes the client can be biased for reasons best known to themselves, so you can actually engage a third party or you need a third party to assist. Again, you need to document everything. That's number eight. Keep detailed records of the disagreement, including the points of contention, discussions, and agreements reached. In short, we call it covering your back, but do keep documentation as this can serve as a reference in case the issue resurfaces in the future And it also helps ensure transparency and accountability. Next, you need to follow up. After reaching a resolution, follow up with the client to confirm their understanding and satisfaction with the outcome. Maintain open lines of communication to address any lingering concerns or issues that may arise post resolution. And lastly, learn from the experience. Like I mentioned in the start of this video, disagreements, conflicts will happen. So it's important that you learn from the experience yourself. Use the disagreement as an opportunity for growth and learning. Reflect on the experience to identify any areas of improvement in your audit process, in your communication, in any other strategies related to the audit, or even just your client relation skills. So, with this number 10, that brings us to the end of the different ways that you can use to manage conflict. And by approaching disagreements with professionalism, patience, and a commitment to finding common ground, you can effectively navigate challenging situations in IT audit while maintaining positive client relationships, especially if you then need to perform this audit on a year-on-year basis and you need to encounter the same people again. So it's important that you resolve the conflict in the best way possible and in an amicable manner. Thanks for tuning in to this IT audit training. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips, best practices, and in-depth tutorials to keep your skills sharp. Stay secure, stay compliant, and we'll see you in the next video.